On our trip to the Grand Canyon, we stopped at Walnut Canyon National Monument. This is very close to Flagstaff, which is where we stayed for our Grand Canyon trip. Prior to this, we did Route 66 in Flagstaff. Gotta be honest, the Route 66 stuff is not as thrilling as I thought it would be.
Yeah, but it's historic.
While Route 66 didn't turn out to be as much fun as I thought it would be, Walnut Canyon turned out to be so much more than I thought. Farming began here between 550 and 1050 CE or AD. That is a long time ago. They even found artifacts from this area over 10,000 to 6,000 years ago. That is just incredible. And the people of this area, they lived on these mountain cliffs in here. So wherever you see those ridges along there, I will be walking there later, but where you see those ridges is where people lived, and they carved little areas into the mountain where they lived inside. Right there, in water, right in there.
What, you see people?
Yeah, they're walking there, and then there's rooms right there. You can walk right along there. So you've got this side. And then this tree's kind of in the way, but it goes all the way over here. Wow. This is massive. And then you have all of this underneath here. Holy cow. Are there dwellings on this side too? I see people way over there on a platform.
Huh.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
To get to this area, you park in the parking lot at the visitor center, and then you take the rim trail. It's only about 0.7 or so miles to get to this area, and there are platforms that you can overlook the cliff dwellings. This area is relatively flat, and where they had pueblo homes and had croplands and modern farming type techniques over in the Pueblo area. So there's a short loop trail that you can take to see the Pueblo huts.
Rabbit.
Just like back home. Rabbit, wild turkey, and deer.
All in our backyard.
All in our backyard. We got the same thing back home. All right, continuing on to the Pueblo hut.
Cold down there.
Yeah.
Yeah. How'd they get in? Jump?
They dug their way in, and then they would jump in and out, I guess.
Oh, there's a ladder I see.
Okay.
Condos.
Sustainable housing. That's what we want. We want sustainable housing. Wow. This is obviously recreated.
Really?
Yeah.
Why, you don't think they had brick and mortar?
No, I do, but I think this was completely recreated. I don't think any of this is original. What's the sign say? I feel like we were so dumb when we were here. We later found out that these were partially excavated, stabilized, and reconstructed in the 60s. After we were done looking at that, we went back to the visitor center to access this trail. It is located in the back of the visitor center, and you either have to take the elevator or stairs down to access it. This is the Island Trail. It's a 0.9-mile round trip paved interpretive trail. My husband and I parted ways at this point. He went back to the car to take a little snooze, and I continued to descend 185 feet down, 240 steps, and they're steep. But this was amazing, and I really wish that he had climbed down all these steps with me and seen these cliff dwellings, because it was very cool. You felt like you were in a society from long, long ago and just witnessing how people lived way back then. I mean, this is a pretty cool spot. I highly recommend doing this. I tried to videotape this so that my husband or anyone else who wouldn't be able to walk down these steps or was not up for the challenge could see what it was like to descend these steps to the cliff dwellings. I can't imagine what it was like for the people who lived here during that time without these concrete steps, how it was for them to descend and ascend the mountain. The rest of this video is my point of view walking around the cliff dwellings. It goes around into a circle, and then you have to walk back up those 240 steps. My phone died at the curve point where you curve back to come back around to the steps, so I did not get that side of the cliff dwellings. But you can see from this video what the western side of the cliff dwellings looked like as I walk around it.
And I was hungry, so. Yeah.
Oh gosh, it's way cooler down here now. You can see this is probably a place where they would have dwelled. Look at that. Oh, wow, look at this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, wow. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. This is where they dwelled. This is the coolest trip ever. At this monument, you get to walk down these steps. There's a lot of steps. You gotta be able to do it. And then you get to actually walk by where people dwelled in this mountain. It's just amazing. It's so cool.
Sure cooled off all of a
The
sudden.
perfect shelter. Wow. Walnut Canyon National Monument. Wow, look at that. Look at the walls. It's their shelter. That's so cool. Wow. Let's see what's around the bend. Wow, another shelter area. I mean, they carved this out so they could have shelter. Wow. Look at that. This is the edge right here. I'm standing at the edge. There's the other side where a lot of other shelters are. This is the pathway that allows us to be able to see the shelters that they had. So here they are inside. Isn't that cool? This is so cool. Wow, imagine living in here. This is the Walnut Canyon National Monument that allows you to walk by all these dwellings. We started at 7,000 feet up. You can see dwellings across the way. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Honestly, when you think about Arizona, you don't really think about trees. But when you go to the northern Arizona part, there are lots of tall pines. There are a lot of trees. They also still have cacti. So you can see a lot of variety of cacti here too. Different other kinds of deciduous trees. But look at that. Look how forested this is. Here we come into another shady part on this side of the mountain. And once again, the temperature drops dramatically. But look at the color of the stone through here. There's different varieties of limestone throughout this canyon. Wow. You can even see snow. Gotta be careful, some parts are icy. Wow. Wow, look at. And then my phone died. So here's some shots from inside and outside the visitor center and us enjoying our time at Walnut Canyon National Monument. This truly is a hidden gem. It's gigantic, so it doesn't seem it's that hidden, but you don't hear people talking about it. So I highly recommend, if you're in Flagstaff, Arizona, to visit this on your next trip. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.